Hello friends, I welcome you all in fluid mechanics lecture. So in this lecture, we are going to learn a boundary layer theory. So first of all, we will discuss a introduction part. So what is boundary layer theory? When a real fluid flows over a solid body or a solid wall, the fluid particles stick to the boundary and condition of no slip occur. So no slip condition is a condition in which the fluid particles stick to the solid body. This condition is known as no slip condition, and the fluid velocity on the solid surface is zero. This condition is known as no slip condition. This condition means that the velocity of the fluid close to the boundary will be same as that of the boundary. If the boundary is stationary, the velocity of fluid at the boundary will be zero. Further away from the boundary, the velocity will be higher, and as a result of this variation of velocity and the velocity gradient, that is du by dy, exists. The velocity of the fluid increases from zero velocity on the stationary boundary to free stream velocity, that is u, of the fluid in the direction normal to the boundary. The variation of velocity from 0 to free stream velocity in the direction normal to the boundary takes place in the narrow region in the vicinity or near to the solid boundary. This narrow region of the fluid called as boundary layer, and the theory dealing with the boundary layer flows is called as boundary layer theory. According to the boundary layer theory, the flow of fluid in the neighborhood of the solid boundary may be divided into two types or two regions. So the first region is a very thin layer of the fluid called as boundary layer in the immediate neighborhood of the solid boundary, where the variation of velocity from 0 at the solid boundary to free stream velocity in the direction normal to the boundary takes place. In this region, the velocity gradient, that is du by dy, exists, and hence the fluid exerts a shear stress on the wall in the direction of motion. The value of shear stress is we can calculate by using Newton's law of viscosity, and the equation is shear stress is equal to mu, it is dynamic viscosity, and velocity gradient, that is du by dy. So up to or nearer to the region velocity gradient is present. So this is the first region, and the second region is the remaining fluid which is outside the boundary layer. So you can see that the black dotted section or curve, it is for boundary layer. So below this region the shear stress or velocity gradient is present, and above this region there is no variation of velocity gradient or velocity gradient is zero. So the remaining fluid which is outside the boundary layer, the velocity outside the boundary layer is constant and equal to the free stream velocity, that is u, as there is no variation of velocity in this region, and the velocity gradient du by dy du by dy becomes zero. As a result of this, there is no shear stress or shear stress value is zero. The next important point is flow over a flat plate. When a real fluid flows over the flat plate, the plate is fixed. Then the boundary layer, it is divided into three different sections: laminar boundary layer, turbulent boundary layer, and laminar sublayer. So we will discuss first laminar boundary layer. Consider flow of fluid having a free stream velocity, that is u, flow over a smooth thin plate which is flat and placed parallel to the direction for free stream of fluid, as shown here. Let us consider a flow with zero pressure gradient on one side of the plate which is stationary. The velocity of fluid on the surface of the plate should be equal to the velocity of the plate, but plate is stationary, and hence velocity of the fluid on the surface of the plate is zero, and this condition is known as no slip condition. But at a distance away from the plate, the fluid is having certain velocity, thus a velocity gradient is set up or developed in the fluid near the surface of the plate. The velocity gradient develops a shear resistance which retards the fluid. The fluid with a uniform free stream velocity u is retarded in the vicinity of the solid surface of the plate, and the boundary layer region begins at the sharp leading edge. At subsequent point downstream of the leading edge, the boundary layer regions increases because the retarded fluid is further retarded. This is also referred as a growth of boundary layer nearer the leading edge of the surface of the plate. Where the thickness is small, the flow in the boundary layer is laminar, through the main flow is turbulent. This layer of the fluid is said to be laminar boundary layer. This region is shown by A to E section. In this region, the length of the plate from leading edge up to the laminar boundary layer exists is called as laminar zone, and this is shown by a distance AB. The distance of B from leading edge is obtained by Reynolds number equal to the 5 into 10 to 5 for a plate, because up to this Reynolds number the boundary layer is laminar, and the Reynolds number we can calculate. It is Re is equal to capital U into X divided by nu. Nu is kinematic viscosity, capital U is a free stream velocity, and X is a distance from leading edge. So this front side of the plate is known as leading edge, and this edge D section is or point is known as trailing edge. The next region is turbulent boundary layer. If the length of the plate is more than X distance, X is the distance from leading edge. If the plate distance is more than X, then the thickness of boundary layer will go on increasing from leading edge up to the downstream direction. Then the laminar boundary layer becomes unstable. The boundary layer becomes unstable, and the motion of the fluid within it is disturbed and irregular, which leads to transition from laminar to turbulent boundary layer. This sort of plane over which the boundary layer flow changes from laminar to turbulent is called as transition zone. This is shown by a distance BC. So BC is a transition zone. After that, the turbulent zone is started, and the boundary layer thickness is continuously increasing. The further downstream the transition zone, the boundary layer is turbulent and continue to grow in thickness. The layer of boundary is called as turbulent layer, and which is shown by a portion FG. So FG is a turbulent boundary layer region, and this C to D zone is nothing but a turbulent zone. B to C zone is known as transition zone. And the next point is laminar sublayer. So laminar sublayer, this is a region in the turbulent boundary layer zone adjacent to the solid surface of the plate is shown here. So C to D, this is turbulent boundary layer region or zone, but the laminar sublayer, it is the region nearer to the plate. In this zone, the velocity variation is influenced only by a viscous effect. The velocity distribution would be a parabolic curve in the laminar sublayer zone, but in view of the very small thickness, we can reasonably assume that velocity variation in the laminar, or we can say that the velocity variation, it is linear, and so the velocity gradient can be considered as constant. Therefore, the shear stress in the laminar sublayer would be the constant and equal to the boundary layer or boundary shear stress, that is tau 0. Thus, the boundary or shear stress in the sublayer is tau 0 is equal to mu du by dy, and when the y is equal to 0, because the distance the vertical distance y is very small, and we can calculate by using this Newton's law of viscosity formula. So the velocity gradient we can write down mu u by y, because the laminar flow shows a linear nature of flow. Hence, this equation is applicable for laminar sublayer.